Hi guys, it's again me, and in this video we're going to take a look on some updates related to the ZhiguSpace game. Okay, so first of all, here I found out one quite annoying problem related to trajectories and players' weapon positions. So let me demonstrate. Okay, so here we have the player. And here we go. So as you can see, we can shoot out some bullets, and when we move we actually can fire as well, so simultaneously. But what we can see the trajectory doesn't really continues the weapon itself, so it will be clearly seen here. So you see, so the player stands, and when we shoot, bullets goes from the muzzle point, but in the same time when the character goes, for example, to the left direction, so you can see looks like it's aiming in the floor but still fires fires ahead. Okay, and literally the same thing for every weapon. Okay, here we have the sniper rifle. Okay, so we see it stands, and when it stands it fires not quite nicely, but when we move, well, it looks like it fires on the ground, but in the same time we have to aim by the cursor where exactly it should aim. Okay, so you see we're going forward and we're aiming, and once again the trajectory doesn't really continue the weapon itself. Okay, so what I found out? Well, I found out the solution in one of games I played quite a long time ago. Okay, so this is named as Alien Shooters. So let's take a look how it looks. Okay, so let's run it. If I'm not mistaken, we can run it only in the full screen mode. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, so let's see how the character moves here. Okay, so what we can see, we can see that standing and moving the character, player aims all the time in the similar way. Okay, so literally here and we can see that actually we can move forward, backwards, left, right, according to the view of the player. And as you can see, here just legs are being moved related to a direction of the character movement. Okay, so something similar I was thinking to implement in my game, and let's take a look what was really implemented. Okay, so I'm exiting this game, and I'm about to take from my recently created files files which are related to animations of the player. Okay, so let's copy that into the project folder, replacing all the files for sure, and let's start the project again. Okay, so project is being started, and we will and I will load the same testing area, testing level, so we could just take a look how the character would move after several updates, and I will even show how these updates were done. Okay, so let's wait a bit until the project will be fully loaded. Okay, it will take a couple of seconds to load all remaining assets. Okay, awesome, and I'm about to load the same testing level, which I showed right now, and we will see the changes. Okay, so we have the characters, so let's move somewhere where we don't have any NPCs. Okay, so you see we're aiming using pistol, and when we move, the character is still aiming the cursor's position. Okay, and as you can see, the same stuff goes. Okay, let's take the sniper rifle, and the same case happens even with every other weapons. Okay, so let's move forward as we have seen previously, and we see the trajectory of bullets can literally continue the weapon direction. So literally these bullets are being fired in the same direction in which the weapon aims. So that's quite of update related to a character. Okay, so let's take a look how this was really done. Okay, so let's open character animation blueprint. Okay, so it should be open right now. Okay, so here I have it, and what I literally did, I actually a bit reconstructed this layered blend per bone. Okay, somehow it happens that I cannot click this window. Okay, why this happens? Okay, I will put the video on a pause to figure out the problem. Okay, so so I had to restart the computer. Okay, and what do we have here? Well, we have the base pose taken from the arm slot, and literal arm slot gives us the pistol base ideal pose or a rifle ideal pose. And this is assumed as the main pose which is used. Okay, so here we take the base pose which is used for arm slot of the animation, and actually arms pose rewrites a full pose. So literally we take the pose from the locomotion state machine related to poses. Arms were rewritten, actually every position of the bone, and this is what happened. And this is what happened here. So literally we rewrote the pose with another pose, and this is assumed as the base pose. And we use a locomotion state machine pose for a couple of bones. Okay, so here we have one bone and another bone, and we can find those bones in the skeleton of the character. Okay, so here we have left bone, and here we have the right bone, and everything which is located inside those bones or in the hierarchy under them literally is being replaced in the animation blueprint by positions of those bones of the locomotion pose. So that's the way which I used to fix that weapon rotation, and actually even player's torso location and rotation during player movements, and well, just in all animations actually. So here's the only difference in animation happens to legs of the character. Okay, here we have a bit incorrect animation, but it doesn't really matter, because in the game it's really correct one. Okay, so once again, here we have a character that literally moves with the base aiming animation, and positions of leg bones are being changed. Okay, so as you can see right now we have, okay, so what else have been done? Okay, so here you can hear probably for an ambient sound, and evenly I would combat some NPCs, for example, I will take up this one and this one as well. So you can hear that ambient sound was changed, and right now it appeared a bit aggressive. And this aggressive ambient lasts for some seconds. In our case, those 30 seconds. So let's wait for half a minute, and it will be periodically changed a bit to the regular ambient. Okay, so right now it's again the regular ambient sounds, ambient music. Okay, so how this was done, so let's take a look. Okay, so the first of all, the player. Okay, let's open the player blueprint, and here we have the player that contains ambient sound component and ambient aggressive sound component. And when the player is being created, so we can open event begin play. So here we can see that there is sounds are being assigned, like regular ambient and aggressive ambient sounds they were applied. And what happened then? Then we have here a sound aggression level that basically is between 0 and 1, and in a tick, so in every tick of the player timer, the volume is being reset for both ambient musics. So this aggression level 0 means we have the regular ambient, and 1 means totally aggressive ambient. So what do we have here? Here we have a multiplier for a regular ambient music, and here we have ambient volume from 1 to 0 once again can be set up for aggressive ambient. And then here we have a periodic decrease of the aggression level. So since a difference of aggression level is between 0 and 1, and we can reduce it periodically using amount of seconds which spent between previous tick and the current tick. What we can do, we can divide this 1 second, kind of 1 second for full going from aggressive ambient to regular one, by amount of seconds, well, literal amount of seconds, which is a transmission between fully aggressive sound to a non-aggressive ambient sound or ambient music. Well, that's the thing which was implemented, and as I have been played those levels I have in my game already, this is really interesting stuff. Okay, another quite interesting thing which I developed is environmental item spawner with the random amount. So what did I make? So I bought couple of packs with trash things, and actually currently levels are looking like a clean, empty stuff, so something should be located there on the floor, maybe placed on the walls, and so on and so on. And it should be not only about some decals, but even about some items. Well, for example, some paper cup like this one, or any other items. Well, literally we can even place them and take out collisions, so they wouldn't interfere with collisions of player and NPCs. So collisions can be just taken away, but these items could be located somehow. And here I have a spawner that basically has amount of items which just approximately should be located in the area of this box collider. Next we have skeletal mesh and static mesh selections with a percentage from the amount, from the total item amount for this mesh. And then there is an array with already generated items, just to be able to erase them in one click or regenerate them. Okay, so let's see how it works. So I can click on delete items and you see items just gone. I can click generate items, and as you can see, items were generated. Select the random positions within the collider box, and I can just click this generate items few times, and you can see that this randomizer is being used to place these items in this area. And actually areas are looking much better with environment, even trash items. So let's see, let's take a look on one of levels of the game. So let's say I will take the third level with those giant spiders, and let's see how the level looks with those items. Okay, so here we have them, and what do we have? Okay, so maybe I will disable all non-playable elements. Okay, and you can see right now it's not really looking empty, so you know a lot of small items have been placed, and I think I'm going to make even some table and chairs, spawners, placing them next to walls to have some workplaces for personal, well, for example, for personal who's working on this sci-fi base facility and other locations. Okay, and you can see right now it's not really looking so empty. Right now it has elements and we can see them like this trash stuff. So levels are becoming more and more filled with some entourage of post-apocalypse sci-fi stuff, and so on and so on. And if I would run the game, so let's see how this would be looking. So maybe I will take a look this rocket launcher. Okay, hitting some zombies over there, and as you can see, the aggressive ambient music started up. We can even just move through the levels, so you can see it's not super clean. It's already somehow filled with objects, some trash objects, but still. Okay, and I even placed the activator sounds, as you can see. It's a bit sci-fi sounds. Well, why not? Okay, so right now you see game looks a bit better when player moves and things, and actually the player shoots in the same direction it aims with the weapon. So right now it's much nicely looking, at least from my perspective. And once again we are going away from all them for some half a minute, and we're not hitting them, so this level of aggression is being decreased each parts of seconds used in timer. And right now you can hear again we have the ambient sounds, the ambient music, and once we hit them again, aggressive level is being raised to 100%, or in other words to a value of 1, and afterwards it's been just decreased in the timer. And once again, after some seconds, we will hear for a regular ambient sounds. Okay, we hear it right now a bit. Yeah, and right now this regular ambient is playing. Okay, so maybe that's it for today about updates, and I'm still working on NPCs, movements, and NPCs animation blueprint, as well as behavior tree, and I think afterwards I will show you some results. Okay, so thanks for watching this video, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel, and see you guys next time. Cheers.